Hi HGTV! You're just in time. Please excuse my raspy voice, but I'm very excited to show you around. My name is Diane Rath. I'm an interior designer in Fairfield, Connecticut, and I'm the founder of the Rath Project. So we just redid this space, and we had wallpaper in here previously, but it was put up by my husband and I, and it looked awful. So we finally had someone from our crew come in, tear it down, and put this up. And I just absolutely loved the teal backdrop and these beautiful green colors. Both of these colors are going to be replicated throughout our entire house. So we really wanted to just set the tone of the home right as you stepped into our entryway. And instead of just putting it on the walls, we also took it all the way up onto the ceiling to give a feel of just like warmth. You're being enveloped by this paper. So we love a green, and this hex tile just felt like it could have been part of the home when this entryway was originally built, and it's still very representative of us as a family because it's vibrant and it's fun, and it also hides a lot of the dirt. Let me show you what's next. Now I just want to take you into one of our favorite rooms in the house. This is the sunroom, and it's an addition to our 1950s home by the past owner. So what we were trying to do here is keep the room feeling like it belonged to the house when it was originally built. We added this fireplace, which is not functional right now. However, we would like to make it functional at some point. So another really important thing to have in every home is a place for your family to gather. I love a breakfast nook or a banquette. We spend so much time in this room because of this seating situation. And this did not look this way. It was a very unattractive iron, badly upholstered bench, but I had Holland and Sherry fabric in my stash. So when this came up on Facebook Marketplace, I already had this in mind, this fabric in mind, and it worked so perfectly. So this window was the original exterior window to the house, and when the last homeowner put this extension on it, he never removed the exterior window. So what we decided to do was just frame it out with the same rust colored paint that we have on the dining room cabinets right behind us. So my overall thoughts when designing this space was I wanted it to feel like a library. This room does not get a ton of light. Some of the natural light dapples through, but for the most part it is a dark room. So I wanted to lean into that. These are original to the home, so we just wanted to update them by giving them this fresh take with this tomatoey red rusty color, again leading into the moody library vibes that we have here. So the chairs are actual library chairs. I found these on Facebook Marketplace. They were a very orange wood color. I brought them to our local workroom and had them painted this beautiful cream and reupholstered in this wool Holland and Sherry fabric. This piece of art is very special to us. I actually saved this from the trash on the Upper East Side in New York when my husband and I had one kid at the time, 2 dogs. I was walking both dogs and pushing a stroller, and I found this just off to the side. It was pink and it had 4 elephants. So I imagine it was in a nursery at one point, but I saw the potential in it. And I threw this on top of the stroller and walked it back to our apartment. I struggled a bit, but I got it back there and immediately painted it black. So I love the size of it. I loved this frame. I could tell that it was handmade And there was something about that that felt really special to me. It felt like, you know, somebody put the time and the work into it, and I wanted to save it. I didn't want it to end up in the dump. Now we are in our kitchen. The cabinets in this kitchen are original to the home. They are the Formica curved cabinetry that we found when we bought this house. And then we recently redid the backsplash and put in this gorgeous Art Nouveau tile that I found while thrifting at a local antique center. What prompted this was us removing this giant microwave that we had. I couldn't stand it anymore, so we put in this super cool slim profile retractable hood, and now I really enjoy cooking. This PH pendant is an original. It is vintage, and I found it in an auction online. So this is the second one that I've had. The first one I donated to a really good cause for a room that I created for an organization, a charitable organization. And when I found another one come up online in auction, I was very, very, very happy. So let's go on to the next space. This room is slightly more formal than some of the other rooms in our house, only because it is one of the darker spaces. So we really leaned into the formality of that. We allowed the light to set the tone, and we went dark. We decided to paint the fireplace a bright blue so that it could become a focal point of the room, and we painted the rest of it black so that it fell away. So on our mantle, we have this fun matchstick holder, which I use to light the fire. So this dog was found at an estate sale in a beautifully preserved mid-century modern home, and I knew immediately that he had to come back with us, like I do most things that I find out in the wild. And come with me. This is our kids' playroom, or sometimes we call it our family room. It is full of color and pattern and whimsy and delight and just cute things. The art behind me is from one of our favorite artists, Angela Blem, and it's a really cool take on pop art, combining the red and pink, which is an awesome color combination if you ask me. So this wall we put up on a whim because we really wanted a focal point in this room. We wanted to accentuate the ceiling height and just put in something that felt very different. So they're just tiles that are pieced together. Anybody can do it. I want to take you to the other side of our space. We have a really fun arcade corner, and every year our kids request a new machine and we gift it to them from Santa. So there's another moment of significance in this space, and it is in this gorgeous crane sculpture. So this crane sculpture was made by my son's class when he was struggling last year. When Zar was 9 years old, it turned out that he had a brain tumor, and we spent lots and lots of time in the city. So we had the option of staying in the city to make things a little easier travel-wise on him. And he chose to come home every single day because it was a place where he felt his best. He loves being here, he loves being in his family, and I think we created an environment that is a place of healing for him. So the cranes, what these represent are wishes. So if you fold 1,000 cranes, a wish comes true. It's a Japanese proverb. So the fact that his class was so thoughtful to put these together throughout the entire school year so that Zar's wish would come true was pretty amazing. Now welcome to our bathroom. I love this bathroom and I love this gigantic shower. We went from a tiny little pod that was straight out of the 70s, 80s, and was not a good design. This is one of the biggest renovations we recently completed in our home, and it was in such a need of being renovated. We added a floating vanity, beautiful teal and black subway tiles. The teal tiles are artisanal and imperfectly perfect, and then accented everything with modern white matte fixtures and pops of red. We wanted to go a little bit more muted on the main part of the floor, and we did so by choosing this black marble tile. And then in the shower, we chose this really gorgeous mosaic, and it brings in all of the other colors that I wanted to incorporate in the bathroom. And let's go to the next space. This is Rex's space. He has never had his own room before, so we wanted to make sure that whatever we put in here really was his personality. We started with the floor squares. They are very colorful and they just match his vibrant self so beautifully. We brought the color palette up through the floor squares. So we have the red on the bookcase. We enveloped the room in this beautiful yellow that just is so sunny. He loves to build forts and tuck himself away. So we added these really cute striped panels so he can just close himself off to the world, so that when Rex wants to have his fort, he can have his fort by just pulling the drapes. This piece of art that I had professionally framed was actually found at an antique center, and Rex picked it out himself. I think both of my kids are little collectors, and I encourage that throughout our home, the same way that I like to gather things that I love and want to display. And then we find like a really fun, beautiful way to put that up, and so they can see it all the time. You have to check out these closets. We went big and decided to put in really cool systems for both boys, and we added a pop with this awesome wallpaper. Rex loves comic books, so we got comic book wallpaper, and the colors pick up all of the colors in the rest of the room. Let me show you what's next. This is my son Balthazar's room. He is 10 years old, and we recently gave this a refresh. I really wanted to make this a little man space. So we have his man cave sign that he won at an arcade. We enveloped this room in a blue that he chose. It feels very sophisticated and so much like him. It's really, really cool space right now. Czar loves basketball, so we have some of his favorite players up as framed posters. We wanted to elevate the poster just a bit. And then another cool thing I did was add these basketball wall sconces. I just thought they were super fun. I don't see them done very often, and it just felt so much like Czar that I had to get them in here. Balthazar has had a very rough last year, and he is currently on the other side of things, knock on wood. So giving him this type of space was really meaningful for everyone. Thanks for coming. Cheers.